find my way into the Own3D chat as well, so that I can chat with you guys, and I'll actually do another cut on the recording, so we have the interviews cut off from the games. That'll be nice. So, owned. No video to Skype, but yes, it will be on stream. So as we take a look here, oh, how am I gonna find this? Oh hey, oh actually we're on the own front page. How about that? Around you, who's playing the Amumu. That's not bad. Oops, I can hear myself. I don't like that. All right, open chat window and join. Will it work? Hey! I'm in the chat. Hello, everybody. How many viewers are we still sitting on here? Wow, 318. Good show tonight. Good show. Let's take a look here at Skype. Send it in webcam. No worries on webcam. No video going out on stream. Just voice. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and call, and we'll get this interview started. Hey, Aiden.
How's it going, Alex?
Good, man. How are you?
Pretty good, pretty good. I'm, not exactly the most sober right now, but you know.
Well, we are on stream, so we'll keep that mostly between us.
So did everyone just watch me fail miserably on Amumu? Is that what happened?
A little bit, yeah, a little bit.
All right. All right.
If you want to go ahead and add anybody else to this call who's interested in being in.
Yeah, sure. I'll get Michael Slade. I told him before the game, I was like, believe me, you don't want me in this game. And then, sure enough. All right, here's Michael Slade. This is Trenon, our mid player.
Okay.
Hello.
Hello. So unfortunately, I'm actually going to try to get in touch here. We were supposed to have somebody who's like trying to come up with clever questions while the games are going on. Let me see if anyone was able to have any questions. Pulling up games. But I'm just going to try to come up with some questions here for myself. Obviously, Aiden, I know that you love playing Amumu. You know, I know that you've been playing it for a long time. What do you think went wrong? What opportunities do you think didn't happen for you that game that you were hoping to see?
Opportunities that I was hoping to see. First of all, I should have gotten oracles far sooner, and I shouldn't have just blown my oracles. Like, I went up to fight Riven with his stupid fight, which, by the way, if I had about a 0.3 second, I don't know, whatever, a very slightly better reaction time, I would have killed the Riven because she was in tower range, and I would have ulted her under the tower. Yeah,
that fight was a little strange. Yeah, I'm seeing that.
She would have taken 2 tower hits, and I would have killed her, and she wouldn't have killed me. But anyways, I lost my oracles pretty much instantaneously when I got that. I downed about 1 ward, just because she happened to place it right in front of my face. But I should have gotten the oracles quicker, because I wasn't really able to get any ganks in, because everything was, as far as I could tell, thoroughly warded. Mm-hmm. And Nautilus was doing a good job of getting his oracles pretty quick as well. I mean, partially because he was able to get first blood. That helped him a lot, but regardless, I mean, I was a little behind, and when you get behind as a Amumu, it's pretty difficult to catch up. But the oracles definitely should have come in earlier. I just was trying to get my GP10s up.
Mm-hmm. Yep. What was the mentality behind the bans you guys threw out that game? I'm pretty sure we saw the same bans both games. It was Irelia, Jax, and what was the third ban?
Karthus.
Yeah.
Karthus, yeah. What was the thought behind that?
I'm going to defer this question to Michael, to be honest.
I'm pretty sure for them, they were trying to ban out our top player who was Ondo. And he plays a lot of Irelia and Karthus. I'm not sure about the Jax, but I've seen him play it, and he does play fairly well, so they may know that. The reason behind our bans was, first off, Shen did very well the first game, so we needed to get him out of there. Lee Sin, we saw one of them played a lot of, so we didn't want to try to deny him that champion. Mm-hmm. And then Twisted Fate, they had a very good comp with all their AoE, I mean, not their AoEs, their global abilities last time with Twisted Fate, Nocturne, and Shen, which made it really hard for us to do anything. Like, I got fed fairly early on as Kassadin, but I just could not keep up with all the ganks because they were just doing 3-man ganks all over, and it was really hard to deal with.
Yeah, we were commenting on the fact that not only did Shen have his ultimate, but he had teleport, so he could kind of respond to whatever gank happened anywhere on the map, and then be able to just teleport back to his tower before Jarvan was really able to do any significant damage. And it felt like that worked out pretty well for them in that first game.
Yeah, it was hard to deal with.
Yeah. Another question coming out actually from one of the chat, one of the stream watchers. Are you guys going to try to make the move into the Premium League next season?
I definitely,
Yeah,
that's like, go ahead.
the reason we were in Open League this time was because of an issue we had. We originally signed up for both because we thought that was possible, but apparently if you signed up for the one, you signed up, it got rid of the other one originally that you signed up for. So we signed up for Premier, then Open, which ended up with us being in Open. So we're just gonna switch to Premier next season and see what we can do.
And would you mind explaining for the viewers like what the difference is between the two leagues and how they're divided up and stuff like that?
Well, Premier, from what I understand, is that you can only have one in each college, and it's supposed to be your best, like team. And Premier, like, it actually is more competitive, and if you win like that tournament, I think you get a prize. Versus in this one, it's just you win and you get to have the glory of that. I haven't looked into that much, but I'm pretty sure that's the biggest difference.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. How did you guys? How were you able to put your team together? How were you guys able to form? Was it just kind of everyone found out about IvyLoL and this was the group that you ended up with, or what's the story there?
I think originally it was just me, Trofest, and like Ondo, and then I think Trenon came along, and we kind of all just signed up for IvyLoL and was like, all right, who from U of A is on IvyLoL? And so we kind of like added each other in game, and from there we kind of went, and then people added on. And then we also realized that we had an esports club at the school.
Oh, nice.
So, I mean, honestly, I've actually never been to any of the specific like club meetings, but if you just get on the Facebook page, I mean, everyone's talking, chatting, a bunch of nerds getting together, you know, on the Facebook page. And, yeah, from there, like Ryan Horyak, who's Trofest in game, pretty much kind of spearheaded the whole LoL team at this point. I mean, he's pretty good at organizing everything and trying to get us into tournaments and whatnot. And everyone just kind of kept like adding on from there. I mean, LoL's pretty damn popular in college, so
Absolutely, yeah. How many games outside of your IvyLoL schedule would you guys say you guys play? Do you practice together? Do you like try to get into like Go for LoL, stuff like that? Or what's the situation as far as this team playing not on IvyLoL scheduled games?
We've been in a few Go for LoLs, but to be honest, we don't practice nearly as much as we should be. I don't know. I guess should be. That's kind of more of a prescriptive statement where I don't really think you need that type of a statement in this type of competitive atmosphere. Considering it's kind of like, I mean, I guess we're Open League, Premier League, but even Premier League, I mean, it's IvyLoL. I mean, it's getting there. It's getting to be a competitive thing. But at this point, I don't think it's like, you know, professional like League of Legends. We're still, I guess, I want to say towards the amateur end, but like we definitely need to practice more than like, I don't know, we definitely need to practice at least 2 times a week or something, you know. So,
Okay.
Yeah, and chances are we're going to be able to practice more now since finals are over.
yeah,
We couldn't practice a lot just because of those, and we had to focus on them. But we're at summer break now, so we should be good.
Yeah, and obviously that's one of the big constraints of having a collegiate league is the fact that people aren't just sitting around at home with nothing to do. I mean, they're all studying. You guys, with that being brought up, what are you guys studying? What are your majors?
I'm in computer science.
Okay.
computer engineering. So both of us computers.
And can you speak for any of the other guys on the team as to what they're studying? Do you guys know?
I know Ryan Hoya, Trofest, I'm pretty damn sure he's philosophy, or no, psychology, excuse me. He's psychology, but other than that, I have no idea what else people are majoring in.
Yeah, same here.
And I just have one more question for you that's kind of become my staple question in all these games. If you had a... IvyLoL #1 serious, no fun ever. It's always about serious tryharding. That's a comment coming up in the chat right now. If you had to pick an MVP from the enemy team, like the one reason above all others that they were able to do so well against you, who would you pick and why? From any game in the series.
I think it was pretty obvious the Rise carried them pretty damn hard. Like,
yeah, we had a really bad pick there. Like, we were originally going to leave it Kennen open so we could have gone bot, but then we ended up picking our 80 on accident, which let them pick Rise. And Rise is people might not know it, but he's kind of a counter to Kennen, just because if Kennen ever tries to CS, he just can pop a QW on him and it really destroys Kennen, which was really hard for me in mid.
yeah.
Okay.
I don't know. And it's like when he wards, it's pretty difficult to gank even if your bandage toss is a little bit off, because you're not playing the best. But it's all good. I don't know, but that guy was everywhere. Like honestly, everywhere. I came to bot or whatever, and I saw him coming too because we had some wards, and the guy just was all over the map. He came top a few times. He came mid a few times. He was on top of his CS. He was out CSing everyone in the game. I think indubitably that guy definitely outplayed us. I don't think. I mean, the other guys did well, but that guy definitely carried.
Yeah, I agree completely.
All right, there it is. MVP, handed down from U of A to Georgia Tech, going to Chrysanthos, their AP mid player. All right, guys, thank you so much for joining us. Definitely looking forward. Congratulations, second place. Gotta say, not exactly scraps there, and looking forward to seeing you guys next season.
Yeah. All right. I'll see you, and I'll play with you probably a few times before that. Anyways, Alex.
Absolutely.
Peace,
yeah. Take care.
All right. See ya.
Right. Oh, actually, sorry. I totally screwed up the order here. I just forgot one last thing. As my voice cracks, I sound like a 7-year-old girl. Wow, that's not embarrassing at all. You guys have any shout-outs you want to make before we head out?
I'd just like to thank Ryan for all he's done. He's made it so much easier for us to get into these tournaments and stuff.
Yeah, I would 100% agree, and pretty much also shout out to all the U of A players who may have wanted to play and didn't play. Like, you guys definitely support us a lot, and I appreciate that. So, yeah.
All right, there it is. And I'm going to throw out one additional shout-out to your brother, just because.
My brother. He's actually started to play a little bit, dude. You should play with him.
Oh, yeah? Okay, well, there it is. Brennan,
Start
if you're
up
watching
again.
right now, let's get some games in. All right, thanks again, guys, for joining me. Good game. Sorry we weren't able to see the win, but still, very impressive play and always very fun to watch.
All right. Thanks, Alex.
Take care, guys. Night.
Later.
All right, there it is. And now let me see if I can get in touch with somebody from Georgia Tech. All right. How can I talk to them without everyone in the world? Okay, sorry guys, I'm gonna have to do it. Oh wow, the overlay's still up. Good job. Gonna have to really quick just black out the screen. And okay, he's giving me his Skype name. So let me add a contact. Sorry guys, just 1 second. I promise this won't be long. All right. And as soon as I have that call in, we will be good to go. Okay, I can bring this the screen back up. Of course, we're still just looking at the the final score screen, so not a whole lot of excitement there. But yep, open up Skype and see what we got here. All right, just waiting for him to accept my contact. And as soon as he does, we'll be able to hop into this last interview of the night. And that'll just about wrap up the stream for us. Still waiting. There we go. Hey, good evening.
Hey.
Welcome onto the stream. With me we have W. Jones, the top laner for Georgia Tech. And if you want to go ahead and add anybody else onto the call that's interested in being in this interview, go for it.
All right. 1 second.
Also, if anyone has mod status in the chat, can all this spam go away? Sorry, there's some spamming some links and stuff like that that probably shouldn't be here.
All right. Oh, wrong call.
There we go. Oh, so when people come in, just let me know who we have.
All right, that is Colby Watts. He played
Colby
AD
Watts.
this game. If Max
Hi,
will join, he played mid. Let me see if
Hey. Hello.
Hello, hello.
Andrew, he played jungle. And is
Hello.
Manu ready? And Manu, he played support.
All right, hey, welcome to the stream, guys. So actually, we have the entire Georgia Tech lineup here with us. For anyone who's in the chat, if you have any questions for these guys, feel free to go ahead and fire away. I'm going to try to come up with some questions from as much or as little of the game as I'm actually capable of remembering at this point. But so, the first thing I want to say, at the end of every game, at the end of every interview, I always ask a team if they had to pick one MVP from the enemy team, who they would say was most responsible for the games going the way they did. And I want to throw some props out. Colby Watts, is that were you did they say that you were playing AP mid? You were Chrysanthos?
Yes.
That's Max Kim.
I know.
No,
That's Max Kim.
me.
What's that?
Colby's our
I
AD.
was Pyways. I was AD.
Oh, okay. Well, Max Kim, playing that Rise in the mid, you were selected by U of A as the series MVP, mainly on the strength of your Rise play in the second game.
Oh, it's quite an honor. Thank you.
Yeah, so there you go. And the first question actually coming up from the chat, we're gonna go ahead and go with this here. What did you guys think? Especially, I'm assuming this question is mostly being directed at you, Will. What did you guys think about the Jarvan play up in top lane?
It was pretty good. The big thing is like the first game. It was really easy. It was just a farm lane. Like we didn't try to harass each other too much because we were both tanky and stuff, and we just kind of ignored each other. And in the second game, it was really hard for me. I came in the lane a wave late because of that gank at the beginning, and then we tried to gank him early, and then I lost 3 more waves to the tower while we tried to kill him. So I was really behind at the beginning, but we ended up being okay because how well the other lanes did.
Yeah, I like to say that being Jarvan, he wasn't too threatening like globally. Since we had Shen the first game, it didn't really matter if what they were doing top. Shen could always just come down whenever we were getting ganks in or getting ganked ourselves. And the second game, we had so much map control and dragons and getting spot in the mid. So although we knew top was, he wasn't doing as well as he could have because he was behind, we felt that we could still carry our advantage through that. So yeah.
Pywiz, were you also playing Ashe in the first game?
Yes, I was.
Okay. I just want to take my hat off to you, man. I think, and who, the support player, who was that again? Manu?
That was me. I'm Manu.
Okay, yeah. That bottom lane, in that first game, I was giving you guys MVP honors for the first game. Your Soraka play was just so spot on. Like, the heals were coming out. It's such a great time. And honestly, the biggest thing that kind of sealed it for me was the silence on Cassidy when he got caught out. It was trying to blink back over the wall, and I was just sitting there, and I'm living in Monterrey, Mexico right now, and even from here, I could hear him mashing his R key, going, "Why can't I get away? Why can't I get away?" And that was
that was a really good play by Manu.
Yeah, we all noticed it.
Yeah.
Saw my teammates coming, so I was like, I'll just hold on to that, just in case it'll work.
Yeah, the baits and just everything. It was like, oh, Cassidy's jumping on Soraka because he just got a kill doing that, and he thinks this is going to be just fine. He doesn't realize that Ashe is, right there. Like, everyone's right behind him.
Just waiting.
And, oh, man, that was just the baits. What can I say? The baits. They were very good. I'll ask you guys the same question we asked Arizona last game. Can we expect to see you in the Premier League next season?
Yes.
Yeah.
Definitely.
We would have been in it. We would have been in it this season, but No Chup Testa had already taken up the Premier League spot, and then they didn't play in it at all.
Oh. Yeah. Well, as frustrating as that must have been, you have to say there's a little bit of validation as you guys go out in Open League and end up pulling down the title. So, good on you there. But let's see, any more questions from the chat? See, we have a couple here. Was there ever a moment in the game where you guys thought if this went slightly different, if that fight went slightly different, if that call was made by the enemy team slightly different, the game could have turned around and gone the other way?
Yeah, there was a huge moment. I think it was the first game where we tower dove them in their middle tower. And luckily, I think Will came down from top lane and kind of saved our bacon, and we all made it out with very low health. And I remember actually saying at Skype right after that could have been really bad.
Yeah. I remember, towards the beginning of the first game, they got a double kill in mid, and we were pretty scared about that because that's a huge advantage. And on top of that, I think they got first blood that game too. So at that point, I think the score is 0-3. But like Andrew said, that second mid fight, that was a good turnaround point for us.
Yeah, when I came down top, what had happened is Jarvan had ultied on top of TF, and TF was he was under tower range and stuff, and I just sat beside the tower, and I took many tower hits. At that moment I had 150 armor, so it wasn't that painful, but it took me down to half health, and I just sat there and tanked it as TF tried to stay alive, and he ended up getting away with 200 health. And if I had accidentally stepped out of tower range for a second, that TF would have been dead. So it was really close. But we all got out, and they got away, and it was just an even trade, I think.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. And next question coming from the chat, and I'm gonna just read this as it is. Was there ever a WTF moment? Was there ever a moment where you guys were just like, "Oh, what in the world just happened?"
I got this one. So we were getting ganked. We had a 2v2 fight mid.
No, don't
I-
tell him.
And then, and it's not really his fault. Like, he had a valid excuse.
Oh,
So
yeah.
we were calling out for the Shen ult the entire time, but it never came. So we died because of that, and we were just like, what just happened? And then Will just sheepishly says, sorry, guys, I was getting a drink. And I was like, oh.
I was sitting back at base. I had just backed because I was like, I'm thirsty, and I went and got a drink out of the mini fridge next to my computer. And you look back, and they're all yelling at me.
Oh man, that just goes to show you focus is so important. You have to stay focused. Oh my goodness.
The rage.
Yeah, they'll beat me up later.
Oh man, I'm trying to look out for any more questions in the chat. I'm trying to sit here and think. While I'm trying to use my brain, I'll go ahead and ask you guys the same question. If you had to pick an MVP from University of Arizona, one person who really you felt like threatened to push the game to a 3-game series and really turn these games around, who would it be?
In my opinion, I would say Jarvan, just because he was doing the best overall, in my opinion.
I would
At least the second game.
I would personally say the person who had the most effect on their game was Kinnan, because Jarvan was top. Even though he was doing well, I think he had very, very, very little effect on how well their team was doing, because he didn't have like extraordinary ganks. He just, the first game was just like even trades and stuff. The second game it was more like he was kicking my butt and Max was kicking the rest of their butts.
All right, well there it is. And no other questions are coming out from the chat. And honestly, nothing else is really coming to my mind right now, and I feel really bad about that. But do you guys want to take a moment and go and have a couple shout-outs there?
To my mom.
Mother's Day was last weekend, okay? All right, get off it.
All right. Shout out to Valerie Rice for being awesome.
Okay.
There you go.
Anybody else?
I'll give a shout out to my friend Paul, who lives in my neighborhood, and I think is watching. And Cryogenesis. He's talking to me a lot during the game. Not about the stream or anything, just saying like, oh, nice job, stuff like that.
I'll shout out to Kara for being awesome too, I guess. And I'll shout out to Art for crystal clear. And that's all I have to say.
Okay. Anybody else?
I'll shout out to GT Law Club.
Oh, I have another one. I'd like to do a shout out to Manu's microwave. Thank you for not going off during the game.
Would that have like reset his connection or something? Would it have been like catastrophic?
It disconnects every time his microwave turns on. No joke. No joke.
We may have lost a game or two from that.
Like, you have no idea.
At least you didn't disconnect during that game with Curse. The game was pretty clutch.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Oh my god. Oh no, but
How many games outside of your IvyLoL schedule do you guys play?
A lot.
not that many.
know.
We
As a
play
team, we don't play together like ever,
No.
but we play with individuals on the team a lot.
For example, Andrew and I, we play together like every day almost.
Just like in like duo queuing ranked or normal games or with another fives team or.
Normal games typically, but we almost never go in like ranked 5 as a team to practice.
Yeah, we do that very rarely. Like Manu and I play a lot, just being like AD and support. We've just kind of bonded over a long while, and like individually play. Like we have wall club meetings at Tech that typically at least like 3 or 4 of us are at, and we'll play customs against each other and things like that. So.
And what we usually do as a team is we just played in Alienware Arena, and we got 5th in that.
Oh, congrats.
And then we also played in GT Game Fests, which is a local tournament here. It's a LAN party that gets about 700 attendance each semester. And that's right on campus. I'm actually one of the head admins for it. I run the LOL tournament, it's really awesome. And then I mean, we also entered Atlanta Land Fest in their Twisted Tree Line tournament. And so when we do stuff as together as a team, usually it's just like tournaments and LAN parties and stuff, and we'll all go to it. But
Which are great for building community and spreading the game out and all these good things. I mean, that's so awesome to hear. Cool. Good stuff, guys. And trying to think of any. So are you guys getting into like doing like Go for LOLs and like looking into some tournaments that have been a little bit more established?
Yeah, we've looked at Go for LOL before, and then we ended up not doing it because we couldn't get enough players, I guess. But we're definitely looking into those and trying to do more.
We're looking into CSL as well. I
Yeah.
think there's a new CSL tournament coming up soon.
Oh yeah, we played in the last CSL as
Okay.
well.
Cool.
And one of the major things, at least for me at least, is although it's summer and you'd think that we'd play a lot more, well, I'm playing from Korea, so it's a lot harder for us to play as a team together. We have my ping and stuff, and the times are completely different. So yeah.
Yeah. He said he wouldn't play Kennen this game, which is kind of funny that they were denying him Kennen because he has too high of a ping right now. He doesn't want to do those kind of skill shots and stuff.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Well, that's about it for me. Is there anything else that you guys, shout out to fans or anything like that?
I forgot one shout out to Ben. He's kind of the person who like taught me AD carry back in the day. So really shout out to him. Like
We love you, Ben.
yeah, Ben. He's my bro.
All right, there it is. Congratulations on picking up the title, guys. And really looking forward to seeing more of you in the future. Thanks so much for joining us.
All right, thank you.
Thank you
Thanks
very
for
much.
having us.
All right, so there it is, ladies and gentlemen. You have it right there. Your Open League champions, the team Georgia Tech. And actually, I'm totally blanking on their team right now. I'm so sorry, the team name. So I'm just going to go with Georgia Tech. So, yep, there that is. I'm going to go ahead and wrap up the stream for the evening. Once again, I am MalphusX. Joining with me on the stream was Danya Harold. Thank you so much for tuning in tonight. Please come back tomorrow night, 10 p.m. Eastern. We will be seeing the Premier League Championship between UC Irvine and UT Austin. I'm just gonna go ahead and say it's gonna be a heck of a series. Like UT Austin, their gameplay last Sunday was unbelievable, and UC Irvine was insane on Friday. And UC Irvine's gonna be coming into this game with quite a bit of confidence. Three of their players, Lil Kevin Reduron and Vitine, play on the Go for LOL team. Kevin is a noob, and they actually won a monthly Go for LOL final today on the NASL Go for LOL monthly finals, which is like a $500 cash prize and stuff like that. They just had a huge win under their belts. They're going to be feeling really good about this weekend, and we'll see if they're able to turn that confidence into some strong play for tomorrow. So please don't miss it. Check it out tomorrow. IvyLoL is on Facebook, facebook.com/IvyLoL esports. Go ahead, find them, give them a follow, give them some likes. They definitely deserve it. They've been doing so much work to try to build community and to try to build this league up, which it was an awesome idea that I can't believe no one had ever thought of before, and they turned it into something really, really special. So they definitely deserve to be, that deserves to be recognized, and we want to get as many people involved as we possibly can. So check it out. Once again, I am MalphusX. Earlier with me was Danya Harold. You can find him at own3d.tv/Danya Harold is his stream location, his channels. I believe he's got some VODs up there. We're not really sure. I am MalphusX. You can find me on Facebook at facebook.com/MalphusX, twitch.tv/MalphusX. And yeah, that's really all I've got. Thank you again so much for joining us tonight. Really hope